Hi everyone, welcome to back my channel, where we explore everything that moves on four wheels. If you're new here, we're glad you've joined us. Today, we're taking a closer look at a name that's been quietly holding its own in the sedan segment for decades, the Chevrolet Malibu. The 2025 Chevrolet Malibu may not be the flashiest car on the road, but it represents something that's becoming increasingly rare these days, a classic, dependable midsize sedan that sticks to the basics while still offering a comfortable and refined experience. In a world that's leaning heavily into crossovers, SUVs, and EVs, it's kind of refreshing to see a traditional sedan like the Malibu still holding its ground, quietly doing its job and doing it well. At first glance, the 2025 Malibu looks familiar, and that's because Chevrolet hasn't made any dramatic changes to its overall design. Instead, what we get is a fine-tuned version of a car that already had a clean, stylish look. The lines across the body are smooth and aerodynamic, giving it a subtle elegance rather than a bold statement. Up front, the grille has been slightly tweaked, giving it a more refined edge, and the headlights now have a sharper, more focused design. There's a quiet confidence in the way the Malibu looks, like it knows what it is and doesn't need to shout about it. You'll find a selection of trims including LS, RS, Lieutenant, and Premier, with small visual distinctions like blacked-out accents on the RS or chrome detailing on the Premier, allowing you to choose a version that fits your personality without overcomplicating things. Step inside the cabin, and the Malibu continues its theme of simplicity paired with practicality. It's not packed with unnecessary digital gimmicks or futuristic tech that takes 10 minutes to figure out. Instead, the dashboard is clean, functional, and easy to navigate. The 8-inch touchscreen sits in the center, giving you access to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you still get physical controls for things like volume, climate, and fan speed, which is a relief for those of us who prefer buttons over touch sliders. The materials used vary depending on the trim level. Base models get more basic plastics, while the higher trims like the LT and Premier start to introduce softer touch surfaces, leather-wrapped steering wheels, and even leather seats. Space-wise, the Malibu holds up pretty well in the midsize class, offering enough room in both the front and back seats for adults to sit comfortably, and the trunk provides a decent amount of cargo space for daily errands or weekend getaways. When it comes to performance, Chevrolet is keeping things simple and consistent. Under the hood, the 2025 Malibu carries over the 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, producing 163 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a continuously variable transmission, or CVT, which is tuned more for smoothness and efficiency than for excitement. And that's perfectly fine, because the Malibu isn't trying to be a sporty sedan, it's trying to be a reliable daily driver. In city traffic, it's quiet and composed. On the highway, it glides along without much fuss. The steering is light, making it easy to maneuver, and the suspension does a good job soaking up most of the bumps in the road. It's not going to thrill you with performance, but it will get you from point A to point B in comfort, and for most drivers, that's exactly what matters. Fuel economy is another area where the Malibu continues to deliver. With EPA estimates of around 29 mpg in the city and 36 mpg on the highway, it's one of the more efficient options in the midsize sedan segment. That's great news for commuters or anyone who drives a lot and doesn't want to visit the gas station every other day. While there's no hybrid version in the lineup, the efficiency of the 1.5-liter engine paired with the CVT keeps things economical without needing extra components or higher costs. Safety is a growing priority for many buyers, and Chevrolet hasn't ignored that. The 2025 Malibu comes standard with Chevy Safety Assist, which bundles together key driver assist features such as automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, forward collision alert, lane departure warning, and a following distance indicator. It's good to see these features available across all trims now instead of being locked behind higher price tags. If you move up to the higher trims, you can add even more, like rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, and adaptive cruise control. These technologies might not be groundbreaking, but they're becoming the standard that many drivers expect, and they work well in the Malibu, quietly supporting you without being too intrusive. Now, let's talk pricing and value, which is where the Malibu still makes a strong case for itself. Starting around the mid-$20,000 range for the base LS trim, the Malibu remains one of the more affordable midsize sedans out there. Even a well-equipped LT or Premier trim typically stays under $35,000 unless you go all out with optional packages. That puts it in a sweet spot for families, commuters, or anyone who wants a practical sedan without stretching their budget too far. When you look at everything the Malibu offers, comfortable ride quality, solid fuel economy, modern tech, and updated safety, it becomes clear that this sedan isn't